Good evening, sir.
Yeah, I will request you to introduce yourself as well, because maybe some of them may be new, right?
Yeah, I think all of them are almost new, and I'm also new to them.
Yeah, so I'll request to give a brief your corporate background so that they can connect.
So welcome to YSI's study forum, and a very wise decision by all of you to be educated, with the help of industry experts. Myself, Hardik Dixit. I'll help you along with Archana ma'am through your HRM courses. I'm science graduate. I also hold an advanced diploma in software engineering and an HR postgraduate. I worked for almost 22 years with various corporates in different capacities. The last assignment was with Panasonic Life Solutions India Private Limited as plant HR manager. With YSI, I'm connected as GM Learning and Development. With Neeraj sir, helping spreading education across. Thanks to COVID, we are able to connect beyond boundaries. I am based at Bharuch, an industrial hub in Gujarat, famous for its chemical and pharma industries. Other nearby cities which are popular, Surat, you might have heard about it. It's a textile and diamond hub, and Ahmedabad, close by. Asia's biggest industrial estate, Vapi, Ankleshwar, these are the nearby areas. So a lot of industrial development in and around Bharuch. I have worked with chemical, I have worked with engineering, I have worked with electrical, as I said, in various capacities, and I'll help you through this HR course in certain modules along with Archana ma'am. We can have a quick round of interaction with all of you also. So, I mean, what are you doing? Where are you from? The perspective of selecting this course, how and what are you thinking beyond now? स्क्रीन पे जो दिख रहा है वहां से शुरू करते हैं पहले. I think Shreya.
Good evening, sir. My name is Shreya. Rai. I have completed my education. I've done masters in psychology, and I am a certified counselor. But currently, I am trying to build my own business and startup sort of thing with psychology and arts. And that is why I joined YSI, and I am doing a course in marketing, digital marketing.
Okay, so psychologist doing a course in digital marketing.
Yes, sir.
Any specific reason for this different?
So the reason was art, because I'm very interested in painting and crafts and things like that. So I want to start my own business. That is why. Okay. Digital marketing. Yes, sir.
Great. So all the best.
Thank you, sir.
Anshaj.
Good evening, sir. My name is Anshaj, and I have completed my BTech in automobile engineering. And I joined this course because it would give me an insight into the management skills required.
Okay, where are you from?
Varanasi, sir.
Okay, and Shreya?
Varanasi.
Okay. Right. Thank you. Pratishtha.
Good evening, sir. My name is Pratishtha Singh, and currently I am a BA first year student pursuing history honors from Mahila Mahavidyalaya, BHU, and I am also a certified professional. I have completed my 3-month professional and life skill course at Young Skill India. And my main perspective behind joining this course is that I want to uh, uh, convert my non-professional degree into the professional degree by the management certification. And also I'm looking forward for this to learn new things and new skill.
Great.
Thank you, sir.
Anant,
Evening, sir.
good
Sir,
evening.
myself Anand Jain. I have completed my graduation in BBA honors from School of Management Sciences here in Varanasi itself. Currently, I'm working with my father into my family business, and I joined this course because marketing as a whole, I think, is art which I need to inculcate at least to boost up my business. It will help me a lot to act in my later years of my life when I'll be working and all. And yeah, that's it. That's the thing.
Great, great. All the best. Yeah, Apurva. Apurva सुनाई नहीं दे रही.
Now,
Yes.
sir, my name is Apurva, and I'm currently pursuing my BA degree from Vasanta College for Women with my honors in geography. And sir, I have also completed 3 months of professional and life skills from YSI, and I am aspiring to get into civil services. And the reason behind doing this course was joining this course is like to convert my non-professional degree into professional degree. Also, I wanted to add one more dimension to my thinking or perspective. So yes, that's it.
Great, great, great. Fine. Anjali.
Good evening, sir, and everyone. My name is Anjali Singh. I'm pursuing my BA in Economics Honors from Banaras Hindu University, and my perspective to join this course was to gain more and more knowledge in the sector of finance, as I'm economics honors student, and as well I am economist enthusiast. I see my life as an economist, and that's why I joined this course. Thank you, sir.
Great. All the best. Anka Rao.
Hi, this is Shankar. I am from Madhya Pradesh. I am working as a senior developer at CTS. I joined this course because to learn into a management, so to lead the next positions like junior lead and to become a manager. So that's why I was looking for this course.
Okay. Where are you from? You said some place. I could not.
I am from Andhra Pradesh, AP.
Okay. Tripti. Tripti.
Good evening, sir. My name is Tripti Dubey, and I am doing graduation from VKM, and I am here to learn new things and improve myself.
Great, great. Arya.
Good evening and Jain, sir. My name is Arya Singh and I'm pursuing my graduation from Vasanta College for Women. And I'm here since I'm interested in business and I really want to get an idea of how to manage things. So that's why I'm
Prachi.
Good evening, sir.
Very good.
I'm Prachi Pranavi, and right now I'm pursuing my graduation from Vasant Kanya Mahavidyalaya. And the main reason why I joined this course was to know about HRM specifically. I was so interested that what actually HRM is all about. So that's why I joined this course.
I'm sure it has not disappointed you.
Sure, sir. Of course not.
Yes. Inventions. Rithi. कृष्णा, अगर मेरी आवाज इन लोगों तक पहुंच रही है तो उनकी आवाज यहाँ तक पहुंचनी चाहिए. Okay. Anyway, so those who could not okay, some of them are traveling, some of them are working at their office, so unable to speak. No worries. If at all you can listen to me and can understand, that's more than enough. Okay. Now, anybody who is very clear for human resource management as a area of working in future, there are certain people who are already, going to add on to their businesses. There are certain people who are thinking of getting up into a startup. Certain people are still studying. So anyone who have thought of HRM taking as a principal subject of study. Prachi is doing HRM. Anybody else?
Sure.
Anyone who have decided to have HR as a specialization. There are certain engineering graduates, postgraduates. Some of them are from economics. One is a software developer. So all are from diverse areas. Yes, Apurva.
Yes, sir, I'm thinking of taking HR as a specialization.
Okay. Any particular reason? Any particular reason why HR?
Sir, when I attended the first class, which was taken by Archana ma'am, so she told about HR and means as I want to get into civil services, so she told that here you need to interact with people and you learn how to interact with people. Also, you learn how understanding the qualities and how to deal with people. So it was a point which really attracted me to have this course as specialization.
Okay. What other thing about this particular area, human resource management? You all have had attended one class last week, I think, right? 17th. So what is your idea about human resource management? What could you understand in the previous class? Since we are just into the orientation mode, getting into deep of human resource management is too early. But if you can interact and understand why and what of this, that will help you to decide, right? So be vocal. What did you learn? Yes.
So for me, human resource management is getting out the best qualities of a person and getting work done by them, using them.
Okay. Who else? What else?
Sir, it deals with everything related to an organization's employees, starting from recruitment, hiring process, and managing them effectively.
Industry 4.0. Have you heard about this?
Yes, sir.
You have heard about it. Yeah. What is it?
Industry 4.0 is not that we won't have any space for physical goods, and now we will be only producing the data. That would be Industry 4.0.
Okay. So Industry 4.0 talks about automation, right? Talks about robotics, talks about artificial intelligence, right?
Yes, sir.
So human importance will remain there or it will go off? There is someone from psychology background, right?
Sir, it will remain because automation is based on human mind.
Okay. So how do you see the future of human resource management as a working area? Ankara, you are working on which area?
I am working as a senior developer.
So what sort of projects you are handling?
I am handling integration projects, so business to business mostly.
Okay, so these are what kind of applications?
So these are the normal applications. So Michael Kors, you might be already listened. So this is one of the brand actually. So
Okay.
we are integrating their particular brands with the other consumers.
Okay. So whether it is industry 4.0 or anything else, human intervention is remain there, right?
Right.
That will remain there.
Right.
So whenever you are whether it is a B2B or B2C transaction, human intervention will remain. And as long as human intervention will remain, you need someone to look after them. Yes or no?
Yeah, yes.
And therefore, human resource management will also stay for some time, right? Certain operations or certain areas may be automated, but not the entire function. Agree?
Yes, sir.
Agree.
Anyone applied for any job so far? Other than those who are already working, anyone who have made the applications recently for a job? No. What is the source, if at all you would like to get placed, what is the source from where you would advertise yourself?
At the interview?
Interview is the next stage, but before interview, you are available. What is the source where you will introduce yourself, where you will advertise yourself?
So we can advertise on social media.
Through our CV.
LinkedIn.
Through our CV, correct. And where would you put up those CVs?
So LinkedIn.
LinkedIn. Then? What are other platforms?
Some Naukri.
Naukri.
Yeah.
Then?
We have many multiple websites for the job opportunities.
So the popular one, as someone said, is Naukri and LinkedIn. LinkedIn is a professional networking area platform. Is a professional Facebook, right? LinkedIn, and Naukri is a very well-known job portal for both applicants and employers. Other than that, lots of apps these days you can come across. Apna is one such app. Work India is another such app and website. Indeed, Shine, Monster. You have heard lots of such areas or names, which are the platform between employee and employer. Correct. Certain things have been automated. Now, placement consultancies or placement agencies, for them, not much has been left as of now, as far as job employment is concerned. All right, because of these all automated platforms. Still, interviews are not yet replaced by any automation process. Agree?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Any selection is not yet automated. Preliminary scrutiny can be automated, but selection is not automated, right? Despite all this COVID and other restrictions, companies continue to perform, companies continue to work, they continue to hire, right? Mobility was a constraint, commutation was not possible, technology came to the rescue, Zoom, Google Meet, Teams, lots of such platform came into existence, right? And even today, after things being a bit normal, these platforms are still persisting and are used even more effectively, right? Agree, disagree?
Agree, sir.
Agree, sir.
Agree. Though there are initial telephonic discussions, final selection is always one-on-one discussion. Yes? Whether it is online or offline.
Yeah, it will be always for me.
It is always one-on-one, whether it is online or offline. Through Zoom, Team, whatever can be the mode, but it is always one-on-one. What is the reason?
So because humans can understand other humans on different levels than machines can.
Okay. What else?
Humans
that
have
they
the
can be able
capability to judge.
Humans have capacity to judge. Yeah, Arya, you were saying something?
Yes, sir. Also, that way they can know the qualities and capacity of that particular person and can make the best. And they can also know that to what use they can be best. That is also.
Right. Anyone else?
Yeah, I have recently attended one interview. Okay, so that particular technical manager has given me a good rating that he need the I need him. So he has given that particular rating, and HR called me after 3 to 4 days, and then she started asking, "What are your expectations?" And then there goes the conversation. So, and if you are not satisfied or she is not satisfied, but still your whatever whoever the interview did, but they need this particular guy. So you wanted to understand, so how long they will be coming to
Correct.
me.
Correct.
So how good we are discussing, or how good I can ask her whatever I needed. So that particular bargaining or that particular discussion can't do with the automations.
Absolutely. So even today, despite all these automations and lot of things we speak and talk about, emotion always have a precedence. Whenever we go for selecting someone, whether it is a candidate or a partner, right? We prefer emotions. Psychology plays a vital role. And as long as these emotions are there, as long as the entire process is not automated, where only skill is the criteria. Now when it is a work from home, I don't want to see your face. I don't want to see your psychology. I'm not interested how you look like, or how you speak, what is your accent diction. You work from home, this is an assignment, do it, submit it to me. That's all. Right. But when it is an environment, when we have to come together every day, facing each other, taking everyone head on, I must know with whom I'll be working. Or she also must know with whom he or she will be working. How the environment will look like, how the people look like there. Okay, diversity and inclusion. There is one topic in human resource management which talks about all these aspects of employment. Okay, like as Anka, he is currently at Hyderabad from Andhra Pradesh. He gets an appointment somewhere in Pune. Pune is also equally developed city, developing IT hub, or Gandhinagar in Ahmedabad, in Gujarat, also developing an IT hub. Unless he comes and visits this place, or unless these people, interact with Ankara one-on-one, both of them will remain uncomfortable as long as it does not perform or does not deliver the results, right? That apprehension always remains. And just to get rid of those apprehensions, we prefer this one-on-one interactions, so that both of us, the employer and employee, can have a psychological connect. And as long as this process exists, human resource department will exist. Because you need someone to coordinate this entire process. You need someone to read the person. You need someone to analyze that individual. Okay, beyond technical capacities. I may not know the softwares, but I know human engineering. You know, so having worked for 22 years, at least I know that, if someone is speaking in a particular way, what is the probability of his longevity? How he will, behave, how he will perform in the job. Some 70, 60, 70% idea you always get, right? Now, another question is, why HR is a career? Why HR as a career? How you can differentiate engineering, marketing, and different streams. So why HR as a career? Prachi, would you like to add something on this? Prachi?
Sir, am I audible?
Yes.
So what I think about HR is that basically HR is all about connecting people. It literally takes the best out of people in terms of recruiting and performance management and all these different systems in a particular organization. There are so many processes in between, and it needs people to do it effectively. And managing people is something very important in a particular organization and in life as well. So I guess HR plays a very important role in that sense, and which makes a career.
Okay, so what you're saying is, since it's a connect between people in an organization, HR can be preferred career for those who are interested in public relationship, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. What are other aspects? Anybody can add anything. There is no wrong answer. All ideas, all answers are welcome. And I would suggest if everybody can speak something or the other, with whatever information, impression they have about HR.
So one thing that since we know that the human resource management is all about managing people in different ways, so we can also say that it is only a career in which we can do a lot of creativity, because when we discuss a lot of minds, we discuss a lot of ideas, and we can also have we can do a lot of creativity, and of course creativity will lead to progress and new arenas. So I think that is one more aspect of human resource.
Okay, so HR as a career because it gives you a privilege or a scope for being creative. Okay, so connectivity, creativity. What else?
I would like to add the systematic assessment sort of thing, because we all judge, assess, understand each other, but it is not systematic, it is not scientific enough. So HR as a job, as a stream, teaches us how to systematically assess other humans and get
Okay.
best out.
Connectivity, creativity, and systematic approach. Okay, what else? Anshaj, any idea? My language is comfortable. I think we all are comfortable with English. भाषा में कोई तकलीफ नहीं है ना?
It's good, no problem.
Thank you. Yes, anyone else?
So it also gives the best example of how a team works with all its proper things in a unit. So I think teamwork is also an aspect.
Okay. How many sessions have been done so far for all of you?
So four basics.
Four. Okay, so one was for HR, other three were?
So management, marketing, HR, and this is four.
Two are for marketing. 2 sessions
Yes,
for marketing,
Two for
one for
marketing.
HR.
Two for marketing, one for HR.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So, what was the career in marketing? What were the career options in marketing?
Sir, one of them was marketing analyst.
Okay. Then what else?
So
Manager was
product marketer, product manager.
Product marketing. Okay.
Social media coordinator.
Okay.
We can.
Now, do you feel or you agree that there will be various options in HR also? या HR एक ही काम करना है, लोगों को नौकरी में रखने का और पगार बनाने का, or you feel there are various career options available in HR?
I feel HR is not like bringing up the candidates to office, but they will be guiding them. So how to behave or how to be with the clients, how to talk with the clients. So it may not knowing us at starting, but once you start the career, so you will understand. So how the HR life was there. But it is not like whatever we are able to see, it is not that easy to manage 10 to 15 people. So you need to manage more than 100 to 200 people. And you don't know, you may forget their names too, but still you might be remember in the hiring process. So even though if you might not remember, but the candidates will be remembering you always. And that is not that particular easy, that we are selecting the candidates is one of the steps, but there are multiple steps in the HR. So even the clients, or we need to talk with the client, or how he was interacting, or if he wanted to come to office, so what are all the procedures, we don't know all those things. But HR plays some vital roles in industry.
True. Fair understanding. So it's not only the hiring, but then there are other allied activities along with the hiring. Okay. So one reason for choosing HR as a career, I personally feel and believe the job diversity that this particular function offers. Okay. Now, when we say job diversity, for any technical person, engineering background, it's a straight, single dimension way of growth. It is a linear or exponential. But from trainee till plant head, there is a linear growth pattern. So whatever may be the designation, is core operation will remain around production and productivity. Whereas HR has various gamuts that can give you, the scope for specialization. So it is not a single dimension area, but it's a multi-dimension function. Okay, when we say job diversity, various roles are there to be performed. Okay, I don't know if you come across or do you see those advertisements for any given role. Okay, there is one profile that is being called as HR journalist. Okay, HR generalist. Generalist is master of all. उसको सब आना चाहिए. Now, what this sub includes? Sub में क्या क्या है? So this sub includes hiring, so selection, sourcing, identifying, hiring, onboarding, inducting, performance management, development, firing, administration, people management, compliances, analytics, everything. So this one role is master of all. And then all these areas which I just spoke, each one of them within themselves is always an area of expertise. So someone can be an expert, a legal person, can lead compliance and industrial relation. Someone can be, an astute recruiter and talent acquisition head. Someone can be organizational development head. Someone can be learning and development head. Someone could go to the plant HR head, HR business partner, that is the new title. All these areas are diverse areas. And all these are the probable avenues within one single function. So जितना diversity HR में है, जितना options HR में, जितना possibility HR में है, उतना दूसरे function में शायद नहीं है. Then those who said, people connection, people development, of course. Another reason why one should choose HR as a career, job satisfaction. Of course, job satisfaction is subjective. In whatever stream you are, you go and do good, you remain satisfied in that particular job function. However, in HR, we say job satisfaction because there is a possibility of bringing change in people's life, number one, and suggest business the best probable solutions for growth. There are softer aspects for business development. Now tell me, I'll ask Shreya, as she said that she would be an entrepreneur in a while. Okay, looking for her own setup. And many of you, Mr. Jain also is already into a business environment. So those who want to set up or those who want to, expand. What are the areas that you would focus when you would start your own setup or when you would wish to expand?
So connecting with people.
Okay. What else?
Then my service or product quality.
Okay, product and service quality. So product or service quality, connecting with people. What else?
So that's always coming to me.
Okay, Anand.
Sir, if I want to expand my business in the future, I will probably primarily look for finance as a major part of the expansion.
Okay, money is arranged. You got a lottery.
Okay, then sir, I will try to hire all those people who are very well versed with the work which I will be giving to them. They are very well known with the industry. They know
Okay.
what they are doing exactly, and they deliver me on time whatever I request them to.
Okay. Now, for that purpose, what expertise or who would you ask for all these things?
The
Someone.
existing people who are in the industry, who are currently working in the industry.
Okay. Those who have a sound finance knowledge, will they help you?
Sure, sir, they
Or
can.
those who have sound operational knowledge, will they help you?
Sorry, sir.
Those who have a sound operational knowledge, will they be helpful to help you in this decision?
Yes, sir, they will.
Okay. So on how many people you want to hire, what kind of people you want to hire, how do you see your business growing in coming days, how human resource will impact. Okay, all these information and input, who can give you?
Their human resource manager.
Right. So whenever there is now, as why I'm saying all these things is that today it's not only the money. Finance can be made available as per your own credit. In the market, you can avail a lot of financial assistance. However, the credibility is again on your operation and your brand, right? Why one would prefer joining TCS over any other IT company paying at par with TCS? Yeah, Anka, you are in software.
Yeah.
You get an offer from IBM, Infosys, TCS, Wipro, Accenture. Would you like to go and join them, or will it excite you?
It will give excite, but depends upon your position, or depends upon what exactly you needed. So as you said, why TCS? So it is one of the Indian multinational company, and it is providing multiple benefits rather than other companies. So it is like a kind of government job they will be informing, like, so you will be having multiple benefits. Even though you may not have that much work, that depends upon work again, or project. So it depends what exactly your passion needs. So if you need exactly the developer or the developing the things, so you need to search for your passion rather than joining of TCS or anything.
Fair enough. Anybody attend this campus interviews? Anjali, Pratishtha, Apurva, Tripti, you all are also allowed to speak. So anyone attended any campus?
Not yet.
Not yet. Okay. And
Not yet.
Not yet.
Yes, sir.
Did you attend any campus?
Yes, sir.
Okay. What were the companies?
So basically related to my core branch, mechanical and automobile companies.
Which were the companies that had come to campus?
For example, one was Tata Motors, other was Honda.
Okay. Now, given a preference, what would be your choice? I am also an automobile manufacturer. I come for a campus to your company. Tata is also there. Honda is also there. They all offer 6 lakhs as a starting package. I also offer 6.5 lakhs as a starting package. Okay. What would be your choice? Dixit Automobiles or Honda?
So that would depend upon what exactly
Don't be diplomatic. Of course, you'll go for Honda.
Yes, sir.
If it is a pressure, and if we are thinking about third party and the multinational, then we'll go to multinational.
So you would always choose
The
a brand,
brand.
isn't it?
Yeah.
You would always choose a brand, isn't it? Okay. When you go for apparels, there also you prefer a brand. Sometimes it may be not economically viable to buy, that is different matter altogether, but the preference is one day I'll have Pantaloon or JetBlue, if not today. Yeah. So same thing, why you prefer certain organizations to work for or to work with. ऐसा तो नहीं कि exclusive है वही लोग काम करते हैं, ऐसा तो है नहीं. There are various industries doing the same work thing. Still you prefer going to certain organizations. It is not the product, but it is the organization's image. That makes you to think that I should work for XYZ organizations if I am in XYZ education stream. So any automobile engineer would prefer working with Honda, or as a first preference, or Tata Motors, and not my Dixit's automobile company, who is an original equipment manufacturer for any other big automobile company. Yes, agree, disagree?
Sure.
Okay. And why this? This is just because of the working environment of that particular organization that you have heard from people. As Anka said, that Tata, TCS, it may not be a very good paymaster, but it is like a government job. So all your needs have been taken care. Right? When people leave the organization, they regret that, okay, though I have to leave, but I don't want to leave. They leave, but still come back. Why? Because of their good human resource management policies or endeavors in the favor of human resource. Because you build those people, because you added value to their life. So when we talk about job satisfaction, it's not only money, but there are various inputs that you give to that individual throughout his life as an employee to that particular organization. So another reason for choosing HR as a career is job satisfaction. So job diversity, job satisfaction, these are the two things. What can be other? The one very popular, which everybody said, working with people. Is it easy?
No.
No. Why?
You may handle 10 resources or 10 people with you, but you may not handle entire 100 to 200 people or more than that. And if you give the announcement or any other thing, suppose, and there might be multiple things which are happening in the offices too, which you don't know.
Sorry. See, it is like, in your family, you have 4-5 people. I'm audible?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. So, working with people, many of you said that, you like working with people, therefore HR can be preferred area. You love interaction with people, therefore HR can be preferred area. But is it easy? As Anka said, there are 10 people and handling all 10 of them is a challenge. In your family, how many people you have? 4, 5, 6, right?
Yeah, right.
Okay. If you ask them, शाम को खाने में क्या बनाऊं? Will you get the same answer from all of them?
Sure.
No.
No. And 4 people, 5 people in the family. The question is, खाने में क्या बनाऊं? I'm sure all of them will have a different choices for you. Right, from Maggi to Malai Paneer, the entire range will be very diverse range. Yes? How will you manage? Someone would be fasting. How will you manage? Or how do you manage? What do you do?
So create a middle ground for everyone.
How would you do that? You can't cook everything छोटा. और ऐसा कोई रेसिपी तो होगा भी नहीं जो वो 5 और 6 चीजों को इकट्ठा करके बना सके.
They're putting up something which is like the comfort food for everyone and everyone likes common.
I mean, is it easy and possible? Diplomacy will not
It's
work.
not easy, but it's like possible if we cook something up which everyone likes, so we can serve it to everyone.
That is what I said. Na? If you ask this question, 6 people have 6 different options, from Maggi to Malai Paneer, okay, and then to bringing them to a common ground. That okay, let's settle with dal rice. Herculean task.
देख लो घर पे क्या है, देख लो और बनाओ आज और कल बना दो मलाई पनीर.
Now, this is a situation when we have only 5-6 people, and the challenge is only cooking. Now imagine 2000 people working in an organization, and you put up this question to them. Canteen का menu decide करना है. एक महीने के लिए कैंटीन का मेनू डिसाइड करना है. 2000 people consuming food in the canteen.
Not be decided for 1 month, after a month.
So what you're saying is absolutely correct, that एक महीने बाद भी मेनू डिसाइड नहीं होगा कि क्या बनाना है. Because building consensus is so difficult. So difficult. Somehow you could manage with the menu. You put up one canteen committee to regulate all these canteen affairs. No, I mean, when we say working with people, think of the scenario. You put up a canteen committee, 15-20 people in that committee from each department, each section, by all race, creed, caste, you put together. Now they come together and decide the menu. It's a multi-location organization. People get transferred from one place to another place. And they have to come together to decide the menu. There are people from Karnataka, Tamil Nadu, Andhra Pradesh, Maharashtra, Gujarat, Bengal, Bihar, UP, Himachal, Haryana, Rajasthan, everywhere. 20 people from 10 different states are member of canteen committee deciding the menu. What will be the situation?
Sir, bit clashes, 10 के साथ manageable होगा, I guess.
Manageable होगा?
So 10 is a relatively small number.
No, 2000 लोग, उसमें से 20 लोग का एक कमेटी है जो 10 अलग-अलग स्टेट से आए हुए हैं. Because you believe in, inclusion, diversity, because of your work, the resources are not available locally, you have to hire from wherever they are. And then as a best practice, as a fair practice, किसी को भी तकलीफ नहीं होनी चाहिए, so you include everyone, you include people from every department. Okay, so they nominate someone or the other. अब ये 20 लोग मिलके 2000 लोगों के लिए खाने का लिस्ट बना रहे हैं. What would be the discussion?
Very chaotic. सब लोग अपना अपना opinion देते रहे.
Okay, क्या हो सकता है? What all could come in the basket? You know, working with people is never that easy. What all things can come up in the basket? You all can think of your own region and area. If you are the part of that committee, what would be your suggestion for the menu?
So
If we
people
think
have
of
different-
options, there will be multiple things, or whatever. Suppose you have thought we will be getting 20 options, but we have received 50 options.
Now
We may
we
not
are
keep all 50 menus
uh,
or 50
4,
items.
4, 8, 4, 12. We are 13 people currently in this group, and assume that this discussion is a canteen committee meeting. I am from HR, you all from different departments. Forum is open. You all can give the options. I'm sure what would be your options for the lunch?
So people have different taste and different kind of foods they like. For example, someone might like Indian.
What would you like to have in the lunch menu?
Sir, if you're focusing on any region in India, rice is a must, first of all.
Okay.
Nearly all regions have matlab, consume rice.
नहीं, मान लो आपको मैं यहाँ एक जॉब ऑफर करता हूँ, यहाँ कैंटीन है, आप कैंटीन कमेटी के मेंबर हो, तो आप क्या, व्हाट वुड बी योर चॉइसेस? राइस में which rice item would you like? खिचड़ी, biryani, jeera rice, masala rice, what would be your item?
Sir, if you'll ask me,
I'm asking you.
Yes, sir. Chicken, sir.
Chicken, okay. Non-veg is not allowed.
Then paneer, any dish of paneer.
Every day?
Not every day, sir. That would be,
Okay.
it's important to have varieties.
Correct. So you would say one paneer item once a week? Twice a week?
3 or 4 things must be the same every day. For example, rice,
Okay.
dal, and chapatis that you have, or even pickles.
Okay.
And
रोज
any-
सेम स्टीम राइस तो नहीं चाहिए मुझे.
no, sir. And any 1 or 2 dish might be changeable every day. For example, today it might be something of paneer, and tomorrow bhindi, something like that.
Okay, Anand?
So what's the question exactly? Like, can you elaborate the question?
We are discussing a canteen committee menu. You are one of the member. What would be your choice to include in the menu?
So anything which is my comfort food, or
What is that? I want the name of that thing.
so as Anshad said, paneer is everyone's comfort food. So paneer is
Okay,
over
Delhi
20.
paneer not affordable.
Any seasonal veggies, paneer, or anything which we eat on a
Not
daily
anything.
basis.
You may like something. You may like certain vegetables. You may like certain grains. You may like certain pulses. You have a food eating habit.
Yes, sir.
You like roti, chapati, parotha,
Yeah.
naan,
Yeah.
garlic naan.
Normal chapatis and seasonal veggies will do.
Okay, so
That's my preference.
bhindi is a seasonal vegetable. All 6 days bhindi. Working with people is not at all easy. All 6 days bhindi, steam rice, Gujarati dal since it is Gujarat, and roti without ghee. Agree?
Sir,
Yes or no?
No,
No,
sir.
sir.
No.
No, sir.
No, sir.
Okay.
Sir, it's too monotonous.
A little too monotonous. But then you come here to work, not for food.
Sir, but we're talking about the canteen committee. Matlab, everything is related to food in this case.
Right.
So we are working for food. So
No, we are not working for food, Baba. Then you won't choose an organization, you won't choose brand, you won't choose package. जीने के लिए जितना खाना चाहिए उतना तो कैसे भी कमा लेंगे. Yes or no? So why I see there is a elaborative discussion. You may find it irrelevant. क्या बात कर रहे हैं हम? Idea is working with people is not an easy thing. So for a simple thing of deciding the food choices, which is not really connected to your basic business operations, is a challenge, because everybody will have their own choices, and bringing a consensus. Okay, and then the most difficult thing is the taste. खाना अच्छा नहीं है, क्या हुआ? Taste बढ़िया नहीं है. Now taste is subjective. You may like spicy, one may like tangy, one may like sweet. Difficult. But as an HR, why it can be taken as a career? Because this career is full of all such challenges. साहब बस में बैठता हूं लेकिन खिड़की में जगह नहीं मिलती है ना? They'll come to you. Now what is the solution? सबसे आखिर में चढ़ता हूं, रोज खड़े खड़े आना पड़ता है. What is the solution? You can't add one bus for one individual. Someone went on the leave, didn't come back at all. Production is after you. So working with people is not an easy thing. However, it really gives all those excitements which you will get in any engineering field, in any engineering job, in any marketing job, in any sales job, in any business operations. It is equally challenging. And HR is a function which everyone must know, because ultimately, may it be any area in an organization, eventually and ultimately you will be dealing with humans. You are running a business, you are an entrepreneur, you are an MD, you are an CEO, you are dealing with 10 top brains of your organization. But then those 10 top brains are capable to manage your entire business is something that you need to assess. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
They are technically sound, you have to assess. They have a very good business acumen, you have to assess. They have good employee orientation skills, you have to assess, even as an entrepreneur or as an employer. So working with people is another reason why one should choose HR as a career. Another area or aspect which according to me can be a reason to choose HR as a career is opportunities to progress. Okay. As I said, there are various avenues, and the probability from a trainee to CHRO is very much likely for any and every HR professional. What you need is very clear in concepts, competencies, business acumen, because now HR is not only for hiring and making salaries. This entire process has been outsourced now. HR has become a center of excellence. Okay. So any group, any diverse group will have a centralized monitoring. Salary के लिए अभी कोई आदमी का जरूरत नहीं है. You have a system, biometrics. You go, punch, face recognition, retina recognition, everything is there. All your movements are captured. So how many days you have come, a salary has been decided, put up those number of days, your payroll is processed. Reports are generated, submitted, everything is online available. So it's no more only concentrated HR job. So now if you read, refer, there's a term called HRBP, Human Resource Business Partner. Because now HR is at the table, HR is at the board. CHRO is equally responsible as a business unit head for manpower planning, management, acquisition, development, welfare, engagement, compliance, factory management, administration, industrial relations, everything. You name the things, CHRO is responsible. So जितना diverse activities HR में है, उतना diverse activities कहीं नहीं है. So opportunity to progress are tremendous. Therefore, HR can be a preferred career for many of us. Yes? Am I making sense
Yes, sir.
to all of
Yes,
you?
sir.
पक्का?
Yes, sir.
या ज्यादा हो गया? Okay. We just disconnect for a while. Take for 5 minutes break. We'll come back again, and we'll quickly take you through some of the areas and other informations of human resource. Being an orientation session, we will quickly run through what are the avenues available in HR, and then we will be discussing all of those in details as a part of the curriculum later on. Right?
Okay,
So
sir.
we'll connect in 5 minutes again.
Okay.
Okay, sir.
Okay.
everyone is back.
Yeah.
Okay. So history and evolution of human resource. I think you studied this in your previous session. Yes or no?
So we're still seeing the first slide.
You're still seeing the first, the previous one?
Yes, sir. Why HR is equivalent.
Now?
Yes, sir. History and evolution.
Correct. So history and evolution, you might have studied this in the previous session as well, right? How it evolved.
Yes.
Yes, so evolution we have studied.
You studied. So how it evolved? Oh, इतना मुश्किल सवाल थोड़ी था कि पसीना आ जाए.
It started
with many events like industrial revolution and after that scientific management. So many of the events were involved.
Okay. What else? अनंत अकेले के लिए मुस्कुरा रहे हो? अनंत अकेले के लिए मुस्कुरा रहे हो?
So there's some disturbance in the background, so I'm sorry for that.
If we talk about human resource management and other things, ultimately it talks about how an industry can function and run. Okay. So that entire control, the code of conduct, rules, policies, all this comes under the purview of human resource management, right? So that an organization, whether it is service or manufacturing or anything else, can work under a disciplined environment. You know, at the same time, people should be capable enough to handle larger responsibilities. They should have required skill sets to perform and improve the performance, right? So it's not that it is a recent development or it has started now when we started learning human resource management, but the sort of such management practices were there for a long time. 1760 BC, Hammurabi, in Hammurabi, Babylonia, there was a code to operate the society. 282 rules were framed. Okay. And these rules were how to behave, you know, the cultural things, punishments, fines in case of any misconduct, any indisciplined activities. So all these things were there long back. So आंख के बदले आंख, खून का बदला खून. तो ये सारी चीजें, it was there in this code of Hammurabi way back in 1760. अभी तो इतना harsh punishment HR वाले नहीं लिखते हैं किसी भी policies में. Okay, the ultimate thing in any indisciplined case is termination, but which is also very rare. It's only on the ground of ethics, largely. And unethical behavior is intolerable Otherwise, certain misconduct, sometimes management go lenient on certain aspects, and the harshest, the most harsh action taken is the termination. So hiring and firing both comes in the plate of an HR professional. Hiring is rather easy, firing is very difficult. Asking someone to leave or to go is not an easy task. So there were very harsh punishments like guilty as part, tongue, hands, eye, ear. So all these things were there in this particular code. So 1760 perhaps was the era or area or the time when it start, with the rules and regulations. If we talk about today's HR, it all started with 1850 with Industrial Revolution in Western Europe and USA. Conditions were not good. People were not happy. Industrial or work environment, work conditions were not very much pleasant. People are not comfortable working. Excessive work, filthy conditions, everything was there. Child labor and whatnot. So in 1850, there was the Industrial Revolution, which took place. From there, employers started thinking about the people. In 1911, it was the first time when the appointment of labor officers were required just to improve the working conditions. So those who were employed, largely they were workers, because it was all manufacturing things. Titanic, making of Titanic or other industries, all labor intensive industries, maybe textile, maybe wood or anything else. 1926, it saw the trade unions, collective bargain that came in practice, because then people started coming together, forming a group, named it as a union, trade union, and then they would, negotiate on behalf of all the employees with the employer. So strikes and slowdowns, everything, came in place. The first humanistic approach adopted by Robert Owen in 20th century, in Scotland, where he said that facilities are also important. Some basic amenities are also important for people who are working for you or working with you at your workplace. So just cleaning, washing, bath, restroom, all these amenities were considered to be necessary in 20th century. And then F.W. Taylor, in his scientific theory, said that it is always good to put up economic rewards. So today, when we see this reward and recognition function of HR, rewarding performances, spot recognition, it all from Taylor's scientific theory that you should connect economic rewards with production and productivity. He also proposed the time and motion study. Any idea about this time and motion? Those who are from engineering background, any idea? Anand, have you heard about it? Being in business or helping in business. Anybody have heard about Anjali?
I have heard about it. I am from commerce background in my +2, and I have heard about time and motion. It's basically how much time it is required for a labor for motion, for the movement, basically to shift some of the products from one place to another, and how much time it is calculated through a stopwatch. And we need that way possible, which could minimize the time taken for production. That's time and motion.
Very true. So time and motion is how much time is taken to complete one particular process cycle. Okay, so largely for assemblies, where you have a lot of spares coming from different areas, putting up together and making one particular equipment, okay, or an item. So time and motion is that particular study that helps you to improve upon the productivity. Productivity is number of items produced within a given time frame. So 8 घंटे में एक आदमी कितने pieces बना सकता है, that is what is the productivity, right? A software developer, for one application, how much time does it take to develop that application? Okay, so they talk in hours, they talk in days, man days or man hours. These are terms used, to measure the productivity. All right. So time and motion was one of such study that was introduced by Taylor in 20th century to ensure, there can be a scale of measurement. Everybody does not perform same, right? We all cannot run at the same speed if we are asked to run in a sprint, right? We all have our own capacities and capabilities. Fine. Someone with good athletic body, high protein diet and regular practice can always run better than anybody else. For sure, better than me. Yeah. So you all can run faster than me. है ना? So हमारा क्षेत्रफल ज्यादा हो गया, हमको ज्यादा समय लगेगा. You all can run faster, right? So time and motion was one area which was proposed by Taylor. Okay. Now, if you see, it is a scientific thing proposed by a non-scientific person, and it is connected with human resource management development, right? So HR is not only for the people, but there are scientific ways and means were also being introduced by human resource, because ultimately it is business that needs the ideas and suggestions. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Right. If you see the history and evolution in different ways, initially it was a welfare, then came labor and industrial relationships. Welfare, as we say, that basic amenities were required. So first the welfare came in being, रहने के लिए जगह, साफ सुथरी जगह, hygiene चाहिए. Then came legal and industrial relationships. Number of working hours, wage conditions, working conditions, employment conditions, dispute settlement, all this comes under industrial relation. Then came personal management and individuals management, his needs, his aspirations. And today we are talking about SHRM, Strategic Human Resource Management. This talks about HR at business. Okay, so here from talent acquisition, hiring is now talent acquisition, talent development, employee welfare, employee engagement, career development, compensation and benefit. We talk all things as a strategic human resource management. कब, कहाँ, कितने आदमी चाहिए, कैसे आदमी चाहिए, skill कैसे develop करेंगे. So HR is now in a strategical role. If we talk a different approach, industrial revolution, 1850, when the industries came in being, that is the physical way of, evolution. Then came scientific management, Taylor's, then trade union, 1926, then HR movement, almost, mid 80s, early 90s, when human resource started, being heard and spoken. Earlier, it was only personal management. From there, it came to human resource approach. That means, strategic human resource. कौन चाहिए, कहाँ चाहिए, कब चाहिए, कैसे चाहिए, कैसा चाहिए. All these things now we talk under the gamut of human resource management, and also engagement, increasing productivity of human beings, keeping them more, accountable to the job what they're doing. So lot of aspects now for HR. Elton Mayo in 19th century popularized a concept called human factor. Okay. So from there, various theories came in existence. So human relations era, finding of Haworth, experiment by Elton Mayo. No impact of physical environment on work efficiency. Attitude, social and psychological needs impact moral and efficiency. Now, all these were the softer aspects of an organization's functioning. So when we see HR as a function, all these studies were, conducted. Only reason or only basis was to improve your business efficiency. So it has never been a function which was only responsible for paying salary for people. How an organization can give better results, how a department can function well. So it's not only an individual's efficiency of work, but there are other areas. 1924 to 1932, for 8 years, they did this study. And they said that it's not only the skill, but attitude, social, and psychological needs impact morale and efficiency. So how you are feeling today will affect and impact on your production and productivity. Then they also said that only economic reward will not help. खाली पैसा देने से नहीं होगा. This we will read when we talk about reward and recognition in the HRM. That only money will not help you to motivate. है ना? हमेशा पैसा ही आपको motivate नहीं करता है. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
No.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
What motivates you?
There's some recognition, some appreciation also works at times.
Correct. What motivates you to go to college? Not the professors, of course. Yeah. So certain special people who motivates you to go to college. Yeah. So it's not only the money, but appreciation, good result, your own efforts, recognition of your efforts. They are also the other factor for, they also contributes in your better efficiency, better work. है ना? College के professor अच्छा पढ़ाते होंगे, that does not guarantee your 100% attendance. You know, but there are other factors that will ensure you be in the college every day. Maybe the canteen food is one such thing that brings you to the college or workplace. So recognition, job security, then you know, the word of motivation, appreciation, these are other factors. There came the legal phase. It was not only all the good things, but then it was punishment and legal implications. So enactment of Bombay Dispute Conciliation Act 1934, appointment of government labor officer to deal with labor grievances, and Industrial Employment Act 1946, the standing order. All these were the legal aspects for implementation of industrial relation or regulating the industrial relation of human resource management. For people development, it was not only the legal, but then it was qualification, education that was important. So National Institute of Labor Management, National Institute of Personnel Management, Indian Institute of Personnel Management, Kolkata, Xavier Institute of Labor Relation. All these were the premier places that started educating people on labor management. You know, initially it was not human resource. Initially it was all labor management, because all the industries were labor intensive industries. Okay, तो जहां लोग होंगे वहां किचकिच तो होगा ही, लोगों के बीच में होगा, मालिक नौकर में होगा, मालिक मालिक में होगा, तूने मेरा आदमी ले लिया, मैंने तेरा आदमी ले लिया, ये ठीक से काम नहीं करता है, वो ठीक से पगार नहीं देता है. Every day there will be kichkich. Yeah. Now to educate people, you know, at the both end, you need someone who can educate labor also, who can educate industries also. That boss, this is how you should handle, this is how you should manage. These are the implications, these are the applications of laws, right? So these premier institutes came in being, and their premier name today, Tata Institute of Social Science, XLRI Jamshedpur. These are some of the institutes which are renowned for human resource education. So industrial relation, labor movement, trade union, enlightened workforce, लोग होशियार होने लगे, पता चलने लगा कहाँ सही है, कहाँ गलत है, हमारे साथ गलत हो रहा है, ये हमारा हक है. All these things, you know, when you start knowing it, it becomes very cumbersome for industries and organizations to function and work. Unions actually, the basic purpose of union was for smooth operation. However, it went in a different track, and largely it became destructive for the organizations. Indian Railways had 100 unions. Now assume so many unions with all different demands and wish list. So collective bargaining was one of the thing that was again in HR's plate. So legal and development is educating people, scope of personnel management expanded to cover labor welfare, participative management, human relation movement of the West had impact on Indian organization. And 1970s, HRD, human resource development, became a focal point. So what is the difference between human resource management and human resource development?
HRM by far means actually managing the people and taking the most out of them, or like everything they can provide us. And development is actually working on their skill set and getting them to learn new things and helping you in a better way.
Okay. So HRD is human resource development when we talk about overall organizational development and people's development. Managing is whatever you have to manage. Human resource management is all the functions, whereas HRD is all the softer aspects of human resource management. So from 1970, it all came in being. So if you see, this is how we evolved over a period of time. 1920, 30, initial days, it was welfare, more of a policing thing. 1940 to 60, it was labor, welfare, industries were growing, manufacturing was starting. So the role of HR was legal advisor, firefighter, appraiser, mediator, jahan bhi jhagda hoga, bawal hoga, matmas hoga, you to go and resolve, conciliation. 1970s and 80s, it was more on efficiency, emphasis on human values, dignity and usefulness of an individual. The role became educator and, trainer and educator. It is for both. It was for employee also, it was for employer as well. 1990s, incremental productivity gains through human. और अच्छा कैसे कर सकते हैं, आपके पास जो भी resources हैं, with these resources, how year on year I can improve on deliveries or I can improve upon deliverables. The role of HR changed to developer, counselor, coach, mentor, problem solver, and change agent. Now, why change agent? Because lot of globalization took place. Yeah. International acquisitions, mergers, multinational started coming in. Okay. So now it was not only manufacturing, but it was the culture. Working in an industrial Indian organization and working in a multinational company, the culture is different. So whenever an international company or any foreign company collaborates with any Indian businesses, the major challenge had always been to adapt the culture for both of them. Right? हम पहले करते हैं, बाद में सोचते हैं गलती हो गई, ऐसा नहीं करना था. Right? But they think other way. They think ऐसा क्या करें कि गड़बड़ी ना हो. So major change in the culture. We are easygoing. They are not. Okay. So whenever all such situations arises, HR has to work as a change agent. So bringing on this change is the responsibility of human resource management. We were discussing working with people. So working with people had never been easy. है ना, आपको आपकी आदतों से निकाल के एक दूसरी आदत के सेट में डालना, Isn't it difficult? Okay. So every time policy may not help. Every time counseling will not help. But a combination of both will definitely help. You work in X organization for a certain period of time with full liberty, facilities, with all benefits that you think in your area you can get. Best paymaster, all the facilities, limited working hours, flexible working, all resources provided, all your needs have been taken care by the company. You work for such organization. One fine day, that company has been taken over by some other company. Now, this new company does not believe in any facility. They only believe in production. So, gaadi ban, goda ban, uniform ban, koi flexible working hours nahi, no overtime, no bonus, no increment. काम करो उतना पैसा मिलेगा, जितना फीस ज्यादा बनोगे उतना पैसा ज्यादा मिलेगा. Okay. Now, company has to function. So, HR has a pivotal role to implement this change and to tell both the employee that boss, things are changing, at the same time employer that boss, it will not work this way, and you go to docs, because here we have a different way of working. It is not China, it is not Europe, it is not America, it is not London. This is India. Here people work this way. नवरात्र के दिनों में लोग ऑफिस में चप्पल पहन के नहीं आएंगे. You can't help. It is religion. It is astha. And as an HR, you have to make provisions for all such things. That how you can educate those who are following one practice. At the same time, how you can keep management be informed about such practices by people in your region. है ना? दिल्ली में, यूपी में, बिहार में, नॉर्थ में आप होली के दिन प्लान चालू नहीं रख सकते. Right? Similarly, here in western part of the country, Diwali is one such event. In eastern part, it will be Durga Puja or some other festival. So one size fit all will not help. And accordingly, HR has a pivotal role to take care of both these extremes. And now today, HR has become a strategic business partner. It helps board taking decisions on various factors. Employee cost, facilities, amenities, retention, longevity, various factors are equally important than finance to run an organization. And all these inputs can only be given by human resource. Otherwise, your business will suffer very seriously if these things are not being taken care. So gradually, even if it is a small company, whether it is an SMEs or MSMEs, they also want certain functions of HR to be implemented in their organizations. They want to automate the time and attendance. They want to bring in some systems in performance management system. They want to bring in some tools for appraisal process, right? So all SMEs, MSMEs are also going out looking for some such things. Why HRM? We already discussed. Objective HRM, you have already gone through this in your previous discussions. Scope, of course, as we said, variety of jobs, various areas and avenues where HRM has a tremendous scope for an individual, for self-development and for organizational development also. Functions, as we said, managerial and operative function. Managerial functions includes planning, which is manpower planning, organizing things, maybe an organization, greenfield projects, right from day one, licensing, staffing, directing, and controlling. If it's operating functions, it is procurement, salary processing, payroll processing, training, learning, motivating people, and managing industrial relations and discipline. All of these individually are also an area to get an expertise on, right? So you can be a CNB head, you can be a talent acquisition head, you can be an L&D head, you can be an IR expert, you can be an employee champion, you can be an engagement and welfare expert, you can be an hardcore administrator, you can be a journalist. So various roles and functions possible in HR. Each one of them can have their own operative functions. We'll have a detailed study of these once we go through the course. Importance of human resource management, where it affects and impacts. Individual level, we all discussed. It's about personality, value, attitude, perception, dignity, motivations, satisfaction with work, engagement. Organizational level, the importance of HRM is because how decision making at organizational level can be an important element for human resource management. Decision making why decision making or problem solving is an important element at organization level for human resource management.
So because human resource managers decide many things regarding employees. So if that is affected, then whole organization will be affected by that decision.
Okay, anyone else?
Yes, sir. Also, because all of them will be working in teams, so they all will have different ideas and prospects. So to go with one particular idea and to make a decision on that is very tough. And of course, to go on every idea, you need to have, there will be many problems coming, critique of that particular decision. So you need to have that capability of solving all those problems and then moving ahead. So I think that's really important.
Okay, anyone else? Yeah, Anjali, you were trying to say something.
Yes, sir. Decision making is the key to all the activities held in an organization, and it actually tells how we are gonna take the next step. So that's what it matters.
Anand, I have a question to you. How many people
Yes,
are
sir.
working in your business?
Currently, I have 7 employees working with me, and it's
Okay.
me and my father.
What is the operation?
We are engaged in manufacturing saris, Banarsi saris, and as well as I have a line for jewelry making and jewelry sales.
Okay. Now, tomorrow, someone in your manufacturing tells boss, we need 10 more people. Okay. You will hire it?
First, I will analyze what's the need at the hour. Do I need this workforce with me or not for expansion? And if I even employ these people, will it put some burden on me financially to manage all these people?
Right. So this is what the decision making means when we talk about organizational level in human resource management. Okay. Anybody can come up with any request, any requisition. And as a human resource manager, you will have to analyze what impact it will have on the organization. As Anand said, I'll see what financial implications are there. You know, why I need 10. What is that skill set which I am lacking currently and these 10 people will be required. You know, so as a business head, you will keep all these areas under consideration. So when we talk about decision making, important element of human resource management, this is what it means. How about problem solving? How it will affect an organizational level, not an individual level? Shashikant ji, you joined late. How problem solving can be an area for human resource management?
Hi.
Yeah.
Suppose if we have any issue at the office or anything, you will inform to HR, and she will be trying to manage, he or she will try to manage how to resolve that particular issue. Suppose in our floor there is a coffee machine or a small cafeteria which it is not working today, or so they have waited for a day. HR comes for a round, or so just have some work. So, and she also just saw that the coffee machine is not working, and someone already complained that to her. So here comes the decision. So what exactly she need to do? So she need to talk with the exact person. So to whom will deal, who will resolve this particular issue, and she will consider the request of others, and she will go and have a discussion, and they will do a service within a day or 2 days. And we don't know, the service guy will be coming and he will be working, and he will be going, but the process, what exactly he or she maintain, that we don't know at all. So how they are maintaining, or even though if it is not her work, so it is the maintaining of the office. So we are not procuring the candidates.
Correct. You know, or assume a larger scenario. You have people coming from different places. Okay, it's from a remote location. You have a company vehicle. There's a bus. 50 workers को लेके आती है. रास्ते में पंचर हो गया. बिगड़ गया. What is the impact on organization?
Employees will be late for work.
Okay, what is the impact on the organization?
Work will be delayed. The functions will be delayed.
Okay, then?
So if they don't provide any of alternative, so the impact will be bad.
Okay.
On company.
Now, what could be probable decisions that can be taken?
So the driver or whoever is available, so they need to repair it. But if it takes time, then we need to search for a alternative. So for suppose, if we can ask the driver's manager, so he can send one vehicle within half an hour or 1 hour, so that can be manageable. Or else we need to book a cabs for 10 to 12 members or 6 to 8 members for each one, and we need to provide a bill to company or the managers. So either of these should work. So if these things are not working, then we'll be getting a bad impression on our company.
Great. Now, how quickly one should take the decision?
See, if he is really working for a company, whether the manager or anyone, so he will be keeping options with him. So whether he can be manageable with that particular transport or not. And he need to understand whether the employees will feel bad, or the particular transport he may not get the quota for the next month or next year. Suppose you have an agreement, so you will not feel good that this agreement is working with the transport company. Next, the company feels.
Correct. So probable solutions can be many. Important is how quickly you think. Now assume these 50 people who are working in the shop floor, okay, their per day manufacturing capacity is 3,000 pieces. Every day they make 3,000 pieces. Okay, so 50 people, 3,000 pieces is 15,000 pieces. Right? 8 घंटे में 3,000 piece. So what is the value per hour?
24, so around 240.
250 piece.
Yeah.
Or more than that?
More than that, yeah.
$300 pieces per hour. Now per piece, one Banarsi sari cost how much?
Sometimes more than 10,000 or 20 even.
Okay. So if it is 10,000 rupees, if it is 10,000 rupees, one person is making 10 saris a day, which means one sari per hour. Cost is, per sari is 10,000 rupees. That is 1 lakh rupees of business. Assume 50 such karigar stuck on the road for 3 hours just because your bus is not working. And you could not take a decision what is to be done, what is the loss on, what is the impact on the business for that day. Yeah. So when we talk about decision making, how quickly we are thinking when there are difficult or adverse situations. Can I arrange something immediately where I can minimize this time gap instead of waiting for that bus to get repaired and then the same bus will bring these people? That is what organizational impact. Okay, when we talk about human resource management. Societal, of course, all the benefits, all the facilities, amenities, corporate social responsibility, CSR is one big area I missed to discuss in the beginning. Comes under the same umbrella of human resource, which is giving back to society. So when we talk about societal level, lot of development activities comes through HR, and therefore it becomes a very important area for HR. Within the organization, you are developing people, and outside the organization, you are building up the society. You are providing infrastructures, you are providing education systems, you are providing social support, you are providing community support. You are doing a lot of things. Recently, if you have seen yesterday, day before yesterday, Ratan Tata was at Assam for one cancer research institute and hospital. Okay, so Tata has done a lot of such philanthropic things for the society. So all comes under whom? It all comes under the HR. So importance for human resource management in all this level is tremendous. It's a closed loop system. Yes, this is an important slide to look for before we close our today's session. Which are the areas you can think of as an HR professional? So consulting, hiring, training, and technology. These are 4 quadrants. When you talk about consulting or giving services, competency management, performance management, organizational health surveys, self-managed teams, audit, process outsourcing, learning and earning. Training management, content development, leadership, outbound, executive coaching, campus to corporate. I mean, what we are doing currently is campus to corporate. Lot of students getting into the industry, they need to get adequate skill sets, adequate knowledge on subject and operations. So that is campus to corporate. Coaching is one area where there are people who are performing, but you want to improve their performance. And for that, you don't want to... I know time हो गया है, लेकिन सब लोग गाने वाने
Sir, it is happening for the third time today. Someone is entering the room and creating disturbance again.
But then this room is otherwise a closed room without permission. People do not enter as such.
Sir, that is why I'm confused about, because I'm not permitting them and still someone is entering.
No,
It
so
has
some of them I am permitting. I'm sorry, my bad. I assume that they are the students. So therefore, anyway, we'll be careful. Another vertical is about hiring. When we say hiring, it is talent acquisition. So hiring at various levels within industries or outside industries, as a consultant, as a third party, where a lot of manpower activities have been outsourced. So a lot of avenues and areas in human resource management. As an expert, frontline hiring, temporary staffing. I need someone for the project purpose only. I'll hire them temporarily. And then once my activities are done, I'll ask them, thank you so much. Payroll and compliance management, again, an area of expertise. Defining salary structures at various levels, defining benefits, perks, fringe benefits, and all other things also becomes an important area as far as organization functioning are concerned. Employee assessment, who is doing good, who is not doing good, who can be improved, who cannot be improved. All are the assessment things. If you have overseas operations, hiring for international locations, it's also a niche work. You need special skills and competencies for that. Technology, data analytics, HR analytics, human resource management systems, softwares and technologies for managing entire HR functions, and developing such technologies for the organization. Job portals, internal hiring, internal job posting, local attendance management and performance system management. Lot of technologies now involved in human resource operations. For a large organizations like TCS or anything else where 10,000 people are working, very difficult to go and speak one-on-one. What you need is broadcasting. Everybody may not have the emails or might not be reading. So the technology based is, broadcasting, chatbots, announcements, online announcements, public systems. So a lot of technology involved nowadays. Any policy change, you cannot ask everybody to come and listen to you. And recorded announcement can go to all employees that this policy is being changed from this to this, for all large organizations. So technology is an important thing, even for small organizations, where a limited number of people are working. I'm admitting Ruchi, Shreya, she is an ex-student.
I admitted.
Yeah. Okay, so whether it is a small or large industry, technology comes to the fore because at least you want to control people's in and out. And entering in register can be biased. So you need some automation system, the bare minimum technology that you will be using for your human resource management. And then recording and analyzing the data and making salary. So these are the areas wherein you can build your career as a human resource professional. If you want to go into journalist, all these will come to your basket. Everything in one plate, everything in one profile, everything in one portfolio, from employee hiring to firing, everything, acquisition, development, retention, compensation, culture, engagement, and compliances. And in certain cases, plant administration as well. Challenges, yes, as we were discussing, working with people, challenge. Bringing change, challenge. What are the other challenges you think? Nothing is easy, na? No job is easy. HR के पास में जादू का कोई छड़ी नहीं है कि आदमी अच्छा नहीं कर रहा है, ऐसा घुमाएंगे तो आदमी अच्छा करने लगेगा. नो, है ना? हम भी वही रोटी खाते हैं जो आप खाते हैं, right? But then there are certain skill sets which are basically required. Still, what are the challenges for human resource professionals?
So meeting everyone's all the requirements.
Okay. What else? प्रतिष्ठा, घर के मुखिया को क्या चुनौतियां हो सकती हैं? What challenges a head of family can have?
The main challenge can be it is difficult to conclude everyone's disease requirements, that I cannot fulfill everyone's needs at a time, and how to negotiate with the people when when I cannot conclude. So these can be some of the challenges.
Okay. Well, anything else?
Sir, budget, like please and keep everyone happy, and to ask everyone or to expect from everyone to follow policies, legal policies.
Okay. So maintaining discipline is a challenge.
Sir,
Enforcing policies are a challenge.
So decision making could also be one of those.
Decision making can be a challenge.
Yes. So,
Okay.
so being the head of the family or being the head of the organization, we have to keep everyone in our context so that no one should get in on the wrong side. So
Correct.
we have to think about their perspectives also.
Fantastic. You know,
Sir,
the role. Yeah.
HR can't make everyone happy. Like
The role of HR is such that, you know, on your birthday, you bring a cake, you cut the cake in such a way that everyone feels that he got the biggest piece. You know, that is how an HR has to function. So challenging thing, it's not easy, na? Precision, perfection, keeping everyone aligned, you know, making sure that everyone is following the rules and regulations. क्योंकि कुछ लोग होते हैं ना, बोले कि रूल होते ही तोड़ने के लिए. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
yes sir, yes sir, and people
Yes, sir.
people also feels that देखते क्या होता है, like
हाँ.
they like
क्या कर लोगे?
क्या कर लोगे, देखते क्या होता है.
Yeah, they will come and challenge ना, ऐसा कोई पॉलिसी थोड़ी है. आप एक दिन ऑफिस में शॉर्ट्स पहन के चले गए, संडे था, यू वेंट टू द ऑफिस शॉर्ट्स में, रोक लिया किसी ने, भाई ये कोई तरीका है आने का? कहाँ लिखा है ऐसा नहीं आ सकते? हाँ, कहीं लिखा नहीं है, लेकिन कुछ डेकोरम तो है ना. हाँ, बट देन देयर इज नो पॉलिसी ना, आई विल कम दिस वे, चप्पल पहन के, राइट? Now that will force you to form a policy for uniform and dress code. Now because of one short and one chappal, बाकी 999 लोगों के लिए कंपलसरी हो गया. Right? Any facility or flexibility started by organization, if not managed properly, can be stopped. है ना? चैलेंज फॉर एचआर. तो चालू करना भी मुश्किल है, बंद करना भी मुश्किल है. जो चीज चालू है उसको बंद करना तो भी गाली खाना. कुछ नहीं हो रहा है उसको करवाना है, मैनेजमेंट को सिखाने का. साहब सर अपने को ऑफिस में कैंटीन चालू करना चाहिए. कंपनी बोली कि पैसा लगता है, क्यों करने का? नहीं करेंगे, लोग टिफिन ला तो रहे हैं, है ना? एंड देन यू हैव टू टेल दैट बॉस, इट इज अ नॉन कॉम्प्लायंस. इफ टुमारो देयर बिकम्स एन इंक्वायरी, you will have a larger expenses to make. Okay, so it is better to have this facility. Let us have a combination where 50% company will pay, 50% employee will pay. So convincing everyone is always been a challenge for HR, but then that is the beauty of this particular function and profession, where you have a lot of your own interpersonal development. Okay, you develop as a human being, you develop as a coach, you develop as a mentor, you develop as a negotiator, you develop as a communicator. So a lot of self-development avenues in human resource. That is why one can choose, or one should choose the HR as a career. I have a question for all of you. I don't know how many of us will meet next time, but I'll take some time in coming sessions sometime to have the answer on this question. What is the difference between personal management and human resource management? So with this question, I'll end this session as an orientation about human resource management and human resource development. This question, I would love to have the answer of this by next Saturday. Within a week's time, you can have some study on this. Personal management, it was an older version of HR.
So could you please repeat the question?
Question is, what is the difference between personal management and human resource management?
Performance management, right, sir?
Personal management.
Personal management and human resource management.
Yes. So earlier, before 1980s, it was personal department, then became HR department. Okay. So what was the core functional differences between these two things? This is one thing. If you have any question, we can speak. If you have any feedback, you can always give. You liked it, you didn't like it, the speed, flow, content, anything. If you have any feedback, we can always speak. And those who have not spoken at all, I request all of them to please speak. क्योंकि जो travel कर रहे थे घर पहुंच गए होंगे, जो ऑफिस में थे निकल चुके होंगे, जो कहीं के लिए कहीं ना कहीं तो पहुंचे होंगे. Inventions can we have your name at least? Hello.
Am I audible to you? Hello.
Yeah, you are audible.
So I'm saying that my name is Prerna. Actually, I'm still on the way to home only.
Okay, Prerna.
Sir, I'm Ruchi. I'm still out, sir, but still attending classes.
Great. Fine. So thank you very much for your patience listening.
Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
See you, some of you sometimes. Those who will be taking HR as a subject, we will be again interacting, right?
Thank you.
All the best.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you so much, sir. इतनी देर भी अटेंड कर ली मैं 10 मिनट से मेरा क्लास लग गया. तो ये हो जाता कि क्लास अटेंड नहीं की. चलो बेटा खा लेना बच्चा थोड़ा सा मंचूरियन खा ले नहीं खा ले.